We've got some big changes on the way, but we did make it into the mid-50s today.
Fabulous.
I know,
so there's that.
There is that. You know, and the normal today is actually 61 degrees, but we made it to 56, so not terrible. Yeah, by
Better
any
than
means.
we're going to do in the next several.
Oh, yes, absolutely. This is definitely going to be the warmest day of the week. In fact, you know, we dropped down into the upper 20s this morning, started out cold, but eventually that sun came out and it was really nice, but not so nice in the days ahead. In fact, we've got an extreme cold watch for basically most of North Texas. You can see that lighter blue. That's a cold weather advisory, but there's really not a huge difference. It's going to be cold no matter how you slice and dice it, but lows Wednesday and Thursday morning will be in the single digits to teens, but the wind chills are going to be much colder than that. Some of us will get down to several degrees below zero. So these are going to be the low temperatures for the next few days. Tomorrow morning, really not all that bad. It's going to be chilly, not terribly cold. Wind chills will be in the upper 30s. Not a huge difference there, but on Wednesday morning, that's when we're going to notice the difference. Temperatures will drop into the upper teens, but the wind chills will be in the single digits. Kind of the same thing for Thursday. It's going to be colder though, mid-teens for the low starting out Thursday morning, but then the wind chill is going to be in the lower single digits. We finally get out of those weather alert days by the time we get into Friday, because now it looks like the overnight lows will only be dropping down into the mid 20s. So it's all relative, but it's still going to be cold all week. Right now, though, not so much. Temperatures in the mid and upper 50s. In fact, we're still at 63 degrees in Breckenridge, 60 right now in Graham, 56 in Waxahachie, 55 in Denton, 53 degrees in McKinney. Overnight tonight, because we are expecting clouds to roll in, it's going to kind of act as a blanket to keep temperatures from falling too far. So we're dropping down to about 39 in Gainesville, 44 in downtown Dallas, and 46 in Corsicana. So not terribly chilly. In fact, tomorrow afternoon, not bad. Before the cold front comes in, we should make it into the upper 40s, but about 53 degrees in Waxahachie. But the cold front's going to come just past the Red River a lot earlier. So afternoon highs in the north and west will be much colder, about 26 degrees tomorrow afternoon in Archer City, but 31 in Graham and 39 degrees in Mineral Wells. Are we expecting precipitation with this? Yes, we are. Tomorrow morning, though, this is going to be 7 o'clock, and now we've got about a 30% coverage, at least across the DFW Metroplex. A lot of that's going to be across Oklahoma. Here comes the cold front about 2 o'clock moving through the metro. Temperatures will still be well above freezing. You can see where the freezing line is. That's going to be just west of Decatur at about 2 o'clock. But yeah, later in the evening, now this is 7. Now we've got that freezing line coming across the Metroplex, and you can see that pink. Well, that's basically indicating a very light wintry mix or very light ice that could be falling. A lot of that would be very light, but it doesn't take much for there to cause a lot of issues on the area roadways. And by the time we get into Wednesday morning at 6, notice it's very spotty just off to the south and east, but we could still see some light freezing drizzle, which would cause issues on its own. By Wednesday afternoon, we're completely dry, but it is going to be very cold. So for tonight, increasing clouds, we're dropping down into the low 40s. That wind's going to be picking up overnight tonight as well. Tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be windy. Temperatures should make it into the upper 40s, but temperatures will be falling after that cold front comes in, and they're going to be falling very fast. OK, by the time we get into tomorrow night, we're dropping down into the upper teens. I do expect to see that 60% coverage of rain as the cold front does move in. So by the time we get into tomorrow evening, we are expecting the slick spots. So make sure to give yourself extra time if you have to get out Wednesday morning. If not, stay home. By Thursday morning, even colder. We finally warm up into the upper 30s on Friday. We're in the mid 40s on Saturday. A slight chance of rain. That coverage is going to be very low, but by Sunday, we're in the low 60s. But these last 7 days of the 14 are looking much nicer. We've got 60s and 70s returning by then. Guys, back to you.